Okay, sorry about that. Muted there. What is up, everybody? Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 reacting to Nuggets and Thunder. This game is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane basketball game. We just saw Lou Dort get tossed from this game for a dirty ass play by a dirty ass player. That was ridiculous. It was clearly intentional foul attempt by Lou Dort. That was ridiculous. So I do have that on my Twitter at DanTanner091. If you want to go look at the video, we'll play that here in a bit because I do want to react and watch along with all of you for the remainder of this game. It's currently 102-99, 3:50 to go. The Thunder have the ball. But yeah, that play by Lou Dort was absolutely ridiculous. He should be suspended by the league for that. Everything I'm seeing on Twitter, he is known for doing that kind of crap. So that was not a good play by Lou Dort at all. But Nikola Jokić held his ground. And boy, when Joker is mad, that is a scary sight to behold if you're on the receiving end of that, as the Thunder missed a 3-point attempt. I believe that was SGA who just missed it out of bounds, and Nuggets will get the ball. What a game. Boy, these teams hate each other, and I love it. I mean, I think this is great for the NBA. This is quickly becoming the best rivalry in the NBA against probably, let's be honest, the two best teams in the league. I mean, you could make the argument that Detroit is, and even San Antonio are starting to work their way into that conversation. But until they, have playoff success, I think it's fair to say it's still between the Nuggets and the Thunder, as Christian Braun hits a three from the corner. And it's now 104-99. Did they count that as a 2? They must have counted that as a 2. Okay. I thought it was a 3. And the Thunder SGA gets fouled. What a shocker. But man, this game has been wild. It's been a great basketball game against two really good teams. And I just cannot believe that Lou Dort did that to Nikola Jokić. But we'll get into all of that once the conclusion of the game is over. I have it on my Twitter, like I said, and I'll play the video. Some of the pictures coming out of Nikola Jokic's face is absolutely incredible. So we will obviously get into all of that. But yeah, really good game. Two really good teams. They just got SGA to the line. He hit his first free throw, so it's 104-100, 3:05 to go. And he hits the second. So 3-point game. 3 minutes to go. Nuggets have possession. And Joker's going to bring it up the floor. Man, Joker is pissed. Jokić to Murray to Cam in the corner. Tim Hardaway Jr. has it back to Christian Braun. Wide open in the corner. Can he go do it again? Oh, it popped out. It went halfway down and bounced out. Man, that was a wide open 3 there from Christian Braun. You got to hit those. 3 from the corner for OKC is no good. Nuggets are getting out in the fast break. Here's Christian Braun. Oh, it gets stolen by Caruso. Wow, this game is intense. 2:20 to go. 3-point Nuggets lead here in Oklahoma City. And what are they calling here? They're calling a foul on Tim Hardaway. Oh, my goodness. Okay, but it will be out of bounds. I don't believe he's getting to the line. That's a really nice defensive play there by Caruso. Christian had a lane to the basket, and Caruso just picked his pocket. It's clutch time turnovers. Can't have those. All right, here we go. 2:12 to go. Oh, okay, so they must have, yeah, I think they just announced that shot from the corner from Christian Braun was a 3. So it's actually a 4-point Nuggets lead now, 105-101. That's big. Makes it a 2-possession game. Here's Caruso from the corner, drains it. 1-point game, 2 minutes to go. What a great game this has been. Lots of drama. Nuggets second unit really struggled in this game. They had to bring Jokić and Murray back in the fourth quarter way earlier than they normally would have. Joker's going to take a 3 over Chet, off the rim and out. And OKC grabs the rebound. SGA layup, no good, but they do get the rebound. Out to Caruso. 90 seconds to go here. 1 point Nuggets lead. SGA is going to try and drive in on Hardaway. He gets stopped. Caruso for 3. Good. 107-105 Thunder. Still plenty of time. Boy, the Thunder have been so physical. And Joker turns it over. Oh. Clutch time turnovers. You can't do that, guys. And Nuggets have to get a stop here. Got to get a stop here. SGA 8-footer, no good. Tip, no. Johnson's got the rebound. Plenty of time, 50 seconds to go. 2-point Thunder lead. They're trying to play the two-man game with Cam Johnson and Joker. Joker's going to drive it in on Hartenstein. And a hook shot's good. Tie game, 38 seconds to go. That's big there too, because even if OKC does make a bucket on the other end, the Nuggets will, unless they get an offensive rebound, the Nuggets should have plenty of time to respond. So timeout called here, 107-107. Wow. So just some notes while they're on the break here from earlier in the game. Really interesting moment early on in this game. In the first quarter, I mean, it was just a couple minutes into the game. Joker got called for a foul on SGA. It was the right call. He pushed him, gets called for the foul, and then SGA throws the ball at Nikola Jokić and gets a technical. You got a tech for throwing the ball at Nikola, and SGA was like incensed. He's like, you could see he was mouthing, he's pushing me. Joker barely. He did push him, but it was nothing. I have no idea why SGA was so incensed by that. A very odd moment to start this game. To me, I was almost thinking of like, oh, this is just Shea trying to lobby for calls early on in the game. I guess. Cause is ahead of you. Yeah, I'm watching on the stream, so the radio is definitely going to be probably a good minute ahead. So I apologize if you're listening on the radio. I am reacting as quickly as I can. So don't spoil it, if you could, please. But I appreciate you listening. All right, 38 seconds to go. 107-107. OKC's got possession. Probably going to be Christian Brown matched up on SGA. It is. All right, can they get a stop here? SGA does get the ball. And Shea's going to, he's passes it to Caruso right back to SGA. He's got Christian on. He blocks this three-pointer. Christian blocked his shot. And the Nuggets get the ball. They can run this down. There's about 2 seconds separating the game clock and shot clock. So they can run this all the way down to only have about 2 seconds left on the game clock to try to win this thing. All right, we've got Caruso on Murray. Get good screen from Joker. Cam Johnson from the corner for 3. Oh, off the rim. 7 seconds, 6.5 seconds to go. Timeout Thunder. Oh, that was a wide open shot missed there by Cam. Man, the Nuggets have missed way too many wide open shots in this game. And then they've had a couple of bad turnovers here in the clutch. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Great play by Christian Brown on SGA, though. Shea tried to step back for the 3, and Christian just blocked it straight up. I mean, he didn't even get the shot off. He just basically took it out of his hands. Cam was wide open. Oh, my God. Got to make those. This is where the Nuggets have been struggling this year. These clutch time moments, close games with less than 5 minutes to go. They were the best team in the NBA in clutch time minutes the year they won the championship. I believe they have an under 500 record in clutch time games this year, which is not great. Let's see. Look at the numbers here real quick while they're in the timeout. Johnson, rough night for him. 2 for 6, 7 points. Joker's got 21 points on 8 of 21 shooting, 2 of 7 from 3. So his 3-pointers continue to struggle a little bit. Does have 17 rebounds and 13 assists. So another big time triple double from Nikola Jokić. 13 assists, only 3 turnovers. So Joker's getting a handle on the turnovers here. Okay. They're about to come out of the timeout. CB's got 23 points. Boy, he has looked really good over the last couple of weeks. So good to see Christian Braun looking like he is back. And Tim Hardaway, even though he got a tech sitting on the bench, did start this game 4 for 4 from 3. Adelman was not happy about that too, by the way. Hardaway getting that tech on the bench. All right, here we go. 6.5 seconds to go. Caruso's going to inbound. It will be on the Thunder's side of the court, so they don't have to go the length of the court here. All right, here's the inbound to SGA. Double team, Jokić and Brown. Caruso's going to drive it in. Floater, no good. Chet gets the rebound up, and so we're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. Nice defensive possession there from the Nuggets. That was a really good defensive stand. Joker and Christian Braun double-teamed SGA. They forced the ball out of his hands, which is what the goal, I'm sure, was to do. Caruso had a wide-open 3, but he decided to drive it into the lane and missed the floater. Chet does get the rebound and makes the shot, but it was well after the clock expired. Questionable decision there by Alex Caruso. I mean, honestly, the shot he got off wasn't a bad look. He just missed the shot. So, wow. Okay. This game is very deserving of overtime. This has been a fantastic game. Wow. Okay. No more clutch time turnovers here. The Nuggets have to take care of the basketball. They've been really just too reckless with the ball here in the final couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. Okay, while we have a quick moment, I want to show you this play that got everything riled up. So I have a couple of different angles here. So let me show you this play here real quick. They're on a commercial break, so let me mute this. And then I'll show you the play here that got Lou Dort tossed from the game. Here we go. Watch Lou Dort. Dirty play. Really dirty play. Watch him literally set this up. I mean, what is he doing? That is ridiculous. And then Joker obviously rightfully is pissed. And Lou Dort is like, oh, jumping up and down, like, well, you're going to call. What do you mean? What are you complaining about? Oh, look at Joker. Look at that face. That is not a face that I would want staring at me. That pissed off. Okay, so there it was. Yeah. My guy, Al, appreciate you listening. I guess it only makes sense for a game like this to go to overtime. Yeah. Boy, like I've said, hey, if you remember the first game between these two teams in Denver a couple weeks ago, the Nuggets got their asses kicked, and that was in Denver. But I've said once this team started getting healthier, I'm telling you, I think they have the best chance of anybody to take down the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs. I think they match up really well with them. I think the defense Christian Braun has been playing on SGA tonight has been pretty good. I would probably give him like a B, maybe a B plus for his defensive effort on SGA. It's been mostly his assignment to guard SGA tonight. So you get Aaron Gordon back, you get Peyton Watson back. I mean, I tell you what, I think the Nuggets would not necessarily be the favorite by the Vegas odds, but I think that they should be the favorite to beat Oklahoma City if they get mashed up in the playoffs, which feels like they're on a collision course at some point, that these two teams will meet again like last year in the playoffs. And I hope they do. I mean, that would be for a great series. I hope it's just not until the Western Conference Finals. All right, here we go. Scoring leaders. Murray's got 29. Christian's got 23. Joker 21. Tim Hardaway 14. Back-to-back really good defensive performances by the Nuggets. They shut down the Celtics, and they have, given up 107 in 4 quarters to a really good Oklahoma City team. Been very, very happy with the defense over the last 2 games. In fact, they only allowed 19 points in the first quarter. That was 3 quarters in a row, if you count the second half of the Celtics game, where the Nuggets gave up less than 20 points in 3 straight quarters. So I've been very, very happy with the defense. Now, there's been a couple lapses tonight, no doubt about it. But overall, very pleased with the defensive effort. All right, Nuggets win the tip. Nice tap by Nikola Jokić there. Hardaway misses the jumper. Rebound for Chet Holmgren. And oh my God. Oh no. Murray's limping bad. The Thunder just got a dunk. He's toughing it out. Man, the Thunder are being so physical with the Nuggets here tonight. Christian gonna pass it into Joker. He's matched up with Williams. He's single covered. Chet's Roman, but Joker's gonna spin. Oh, whoa. Wild pass gets deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Nuggets, but there's only 1.7 seconds left on the shot clock. So they're going to have to get a shot up real quick. I mean, that's plenty of time to get a shot off. Quick shot here. Christian's going to inbound. Joker's going to fire a three. Short, way short. Barely drew iron. And rebound Thunder. Oof. 109, 107. 4 minutes to go here in overtime. Caruso's got it. He's going to pass it over to Isaiah Joe. Jokić was there, so he's got to pass it back to Caruso. Fires the three. No good. And Christian's got the rebound. Nice defensive rebound there by Christian Braun. All right, Joker's got it. He's going to fire a three from up top. Nope, no good. Man, the Nuggets their shot making late in games and overtimes, it just disappears. They've gone cold. Wallace gets his shot deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Thunder. 3:24 to go. Nuggets have to find a way to just drive to the rim. I mean, all of their shots are way off the mark. Somebody said I can't stand Holmgren's hair. Oh, Murray's called for a foul on Holmgren. Golly. So that's a tough matchup. I mean, they switched and Murray gets paired up on Chet down low, like right beneath the basket. I mean, that's a near impossible defensive assignment there for Jamal Murray. Okay, so we got 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Caruso's got it. Murray blocked the shot. And he's got the ball. Can they make a shot here in overtime? Jokić has got it on the block. Murray for three. Short again. Rebound available. Whose ball is it? It was out of bounds. I think this should be Nuggets ball. What are they saying? Are they going to look at it? What's the call here? They call it jump ball? And Nuggets are going to challenge this either way. All right, they're showing the replay here. Hardaway and Holmgren are battling for the ball. Oh, man, that is so close. This might be a jump ball. The call is jump ball. That is so close. I don't know how they rule this one way or another. This is probably going to have to be a jump ball, which is unfortunate because it's going to be Chet Holmgren and Tim Hardaway. All right, so they are reviewing this. 2:47 to go, 2-point lead for the Thunder. Wow. Okay. So while they're reviewing this, just some other notes here on the game tonight. Really, really good first quarter for Denver. I mean, they led 33-19 after the first quarter. The second unit tonight for the Nuggets was terrible. I mean, they were just god awful. 10-0 KC run, 10-0 OKC run to start the second quarter. The fourth quarter was just as bad. That's why, like I said earlier, they had to get Nikola Jokić and Jamal Murray back in there way earlier than they normally would, just to stop the bleeding. The Thunder went on a 16-2 run. Making a call here. Okay, they overturned it to Denver ball. Good news, because that would have been a Tim Hardaway Jr. Chet Holmgren jump ball. That would not have worked out well for the Nuggets. So that's great. Wow. They must have gotten a different angle than what we had available to us, because it looked like it went off both their hands at the same exact time. Man, this game is just, it's drunk. Great game. All right, 2-point game, 109-107. The Nuggets have yet to score here in overtime. And Hardaway gets a bucket. Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit here on the stream. I'm as live as I can be. It's now 112-109. So the Nuggets did get a bucket. Two minutes to go here. Thunderball up by 3. Got to get a stop. They're going to call a foul on Cam Johnson on Chet. Ugh. That's rough. Man, that's a weak call. Wow. That was a whole lot of nothing. I don't get that call. I don't even know what the call was. Wow, Chet's got 20 rebounds. First free throw is good. SGA is out of the game right now. He can't watch. He's covering his face with a towel. There's plenty of time. Minute 57, second free throw for Chet is good. So 5-point game, just under 2 minutes to go. They got to score here. They have 2 points in overtime. Oh, Jokić just drops Williams and banks one in. 3-point game. Williams was trying to draw the foul. He's still yelling at the ref. (114-111), 90 seconds to go here. Can they get a stop? And it's a turnover. Jokić has it. They're on the fast break. Here's Hardaway. Oh, my God. He threw it right to Caruso. Oh, these clutch time turnovers is going to be the reason the Nuggets lose this game. And Caruso scores on the other end. Man, they have been so lackadaisical with the basketball here late in this game. Turnovers in the clutch are killing them. Wow. Unbelievable. Good play there by Jokić, but man, they had the fast break and Hardaway just threw it away right to Caruso. Terrible play. And then Caruso takes it down and scores on the other end. Wow. So they're in a timeout here. Nuggets did have a 9-point lead at halftime. So the non-Jokić minutes, this is how bad the second unit was here in the second quarter specifically. The Thunder won the non-Jokić minutes 19-7. We haven't seen that a whole lot this year. The bench has been much, much better than the past couple of years, but tonight they could not get anything going. They're showing I'm seeing the replays of SGA throwing the ball at Joker. I'll save that here and play that for you here in a second. That was just so ridiculous. What was ridiculous about it is how upset Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was at the foul. I mean, it was a nothing burger. So 5-point game, 117 to go. I mean, there still is time, but the Nuggets are going to have to, they have to score on every possession basically at this point. And they're going to have to get at least a stop. A 3 here would be great. All right, into Jokić. Matched up against Williams. They call a foul here? I think they're calling 3 seconds. Yep, defensive 3 seconds on Holmgren. Okay, that's great. So they'll get a free throw and then the possession back. So they could turn this into a 4-point possession here. If Murray can hit a free throw, here we go. It's up and good. Okay, so 116, 112, a minute 11 to go. If they can get it, I mean, they don't really even need a 3 here, technically. They can just get a 2. But a 3 would be great. That would make it a 1-point game. Wow, what a game. This has been just outstanding basketball. Really physical. All right, into Jokić. Murray's got it. He's going to take it to the rim, pass it, another turnover. Oh, my God. And corner 3 for OKC is good. This thing's over. Wow, the turnovers just doomed the Nuggets late in this game. An alley-oop for Brown is no good, but they called a foul on Chet. They want him to Chet wants him to review this. I mean, at this point in the game, though, why wouldn't you? Man, these turnovers, they've had 3 or 4 turnovers here in the clutch time minutes. You just can't do that. You're never going to win close basketball games turning the ball over that much. Isaiah Joe hit that corner 3 for the Thunder there. And the Thunder will challenge this. I haven't even seen the replay of it yet, but why wouldn't you just challenge this? They're up by 7 with 50 seconds to go. Okay, that plays under further review. Okay, while they're reviewing this, I'll show you the SGA Joker moment in the first quarter, which was, I just thought, absolutely ridiculous. Well, now the tweet I saw it on is frozen, so give me a second here. Let's see if I can get this to load. Yeah, some reason it's not loading. Once this loads up, I'll show everybody that. But it, like I said, it was nothing. Okay, so it looks like this is a clean block here by Chet. Matthew says, "Crushed. Can we win close games for once?" Wow. Yeah, I think that's how pretty much every Nuggets fan feels right now, Matthew. Like, if you missed it earlier, I was just talking about how good the Nuggets were in these clutch situations. The year they won the championship, they had the best clutch record in the league. And this year they're under 500 in clutch time games. So their inability to close out close games this year is very concerning. Here's the call. Legal contact. Call's overturned. So the challenge is successful. But it should be Nuggets ball. Yeah, it will still be Nuggets ball. Because Joker got the rebound right after the foul call on Chet. Nuggets need a basket here bad. They're having trouble getting the ball in. This is not good. So it got deflected out of bounds. They're going to have to try to get it in again. They're still having trouble getting it in. Oh, what a pass by Murray. Corner 3 for Johnson. Missed it. Another wide open 3 missed. These missed open 3s and turnovers, you're just never going to win a game. Nuggets do get the steal. Joker's going to, was about to take a three, but OKC got back. Now here's Jamal for three. Round and out. And Chet's got it, and they foul him. This thing's over. Oh, that's a bummer loss for the Nuggets. There were so many positives in this game, too, for Denver. I thought the defense was much, much better over the last two games. I thought it was really good to start the game tonight. Kind of tapered off a little bit, but I thought it was pretty good tonight. I'd give their defensive performance like a B, which for how they've been playing is significant. Holmgren free throws good. 120 to 112. Golly, they keep showing Shea on the bench. Is he hurt? Did I miss that? He's got a towel over his eyes. He's had he just got up. Now he's yelling one stop. Okay. This thing's over, Shea. Man, this is turning into a really good rivalry here. These teams do not like each other. And again, if you missed it earlier, I did play the Lou Dort dirty ass play on Nikola Jokić. We'll get back to that because that's ridiculous. I think Lou Dort should be suspended for at least a game, maybe two. I mean, it wasn't like anything insanely egregious, but it was a dirty play. So I hope he gets suspended for at least a game or two. But the Nuggets are choking away another second half lead. Unbelievable. The overtime numbers, 14-5. 14-5. The Nuggets are 2 of 10 shooting here in overtime. The Thunder are 4 of 7. Wow. And 0 of 6 from 3. 2 of 10 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3. These were wide open threes. I mean, by NBA standards. Very makeable shots. I think they just said Joker's still a plus 12 in this game. Yeah. Man, this is a brutal loss here for Denver. Playing so well in the first half. They had a 9-point lead at halftime. Their defensive effort was great. Murray, a logo three, drains it. That's the one they make from the logo. But they're missing these wide open shots from the corner. The shortest 3-point shot in the league. So it's a 6-point game. The Nuggets foul, but this would be an absolute miracle for the Nuggets to pull this thing off. I mean, that was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet from half court. Jamal's three there. That was a long 3-pointer. Yeah, the Nuggets are going to have to get these clutch time issues resolved in quick. I hope they can do it because you cannot win playoff basketball playing like they have been all season long in clutch situations, turning the ball over, missing open shots. I mean, you're going to have a lot of close games in the playoffs, especially if you go up against this team. And they cannot play like this in the playoffs. They're going to get killed. They can do it. They've done it before. Jamal takes another three, got it again. The Thunder did hit their 2 free throws, so it's a 5-point game, 14.2 seconds to go. Oh, my God. The end of this game is taking forever. Big threes there from Jamal, back-to-back. Yeah, I don't blame Nuggets fans for being very frustrated with how this team's performing late in games. I mean, it has been bad all year. And it's very, over the past 3 seasons, they've been really good in clutch situations. So I don't know what it is this year. I cannot put my finger on why they've been so bad in the clutch this year. I'm still trying to put my finger on why they've been so bad at Ball Arena. I mean, they have a winning record, but you know what I'm saying, relatively. Like, this is a dominant home team, and they have really struggled at home this year. So the Thunder make both free throws, 125, 118. Probably get another Jamal heave here. 10 seconds to go. Just shoot it, Jamal. He does. He makes it again. 4-point game. 4.9 seconds to go. Wow. So Jamal has made 3 like long threes here. Too little, too late, though. I mean, hey, I credit Jamal for not giving up, and we all know what happened with him against Boston. He left after the first quarter very sick, and Adelman said after the game there was all sort of bodily things going on, and I think we all know what that means. So I give credit to Jamal for gutting it out tonight. He obviously looks like he feels much, much better than he did a couple nights ago here in Denver, and he has not given up here late in this game. Let's see, what's Jamal up to now? He's up to 39 points on 12 of 26 shooting, 7 of 13 from 3, 8 of 10 on his free throws, and he's also got 8 rebounds. Christian and Jamal, I thought, had really good games on the glass tonight. They combined for 16 rebounds. When you're getting 16 rebounds from your starting backcourt, that is fantastic. Julian Strawther, boy, oh boy. He's hardly seen the floor here in the second half. He really struggled tonight. 15 minutes. He started the game, but he only played 15 minutes. No points. 0 of 3 from the field. 0 of 2 from the 3-point line. Just 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So not a good night for Julian Strawther. Tim Hardaway and Bruce Brown really just kind of carried the load in his absence. I mean, Hardaway has 16. And I thought Bruce Brown had a really good first half, but he's kind of disappeared here in the second half. But I will say overall, I think Bruce Brown has because I've been critical of him all season long. I don't think he's been playing that well. But over the last week or two, Bruce has started to look like the Bruce Brown that the Nuggets had here a couple of seasons ago, which is good to see. And look, defensively, I think he's been fine all year. But offensively, he's been kind of a shell of himself, at least what he was in the Nuggets championship season when he was here. But defensively, I think he's been fine. But the Nuggets need Bruce Brown to contribute on offense. They just have to have him be able to do that like he did in 2023. All right, so Oklahoma City goes to the line. First free throw is good. And this thing's over. 3.6 seconds to go here. So the Nuggets were outscored 12-2, I think, in the non-Jokić minutes here in the fourth, and they had to bring back Joker in like really quick. You just can't do that. We saw that way too much over the last couple of years. And there's the horn. Yeah. Okay, so there's your final 127-121. Nuggets fall to the Thunder in overtime in what was a really good basketball game. Really good game. Super disappointing second half. I mean, the second half was atrocious, quite honestly. And really, I thought the starters actually were pretty good throughout the game. But the second unit killed them tonight. The 3 things that killed them: clutch time turnovers, clutch time missed open shots, mainly threes, and the second unit. The second unit was just absolutely awful tonight, and it just had no business being out on the floor. But yeah, that's just another game that the Nuggets have blown down the stretch, and it is becoming a very frustrating trend for this team. And I know a lot of you listening, a lot of Nuggets fans are very frustrated with this as well. I'm trying to figure out why this is happening, because like I said, they were the best clutch time team in the NBA the year they won the NBA championship. And they just, for whatever reason, they look tight. They are not executing. They're missing open shots. They look tired in these clutch situations, like I mentioned. I mean, except for Jamal going on a little bit of a flurry there at the end of overtime, they could hardly hit a shot. I mean, Jamal scored 9. They scored 14 points in overtime, but 9 of those came in the last minute on just hero ball threes from Jamal Murray. So without that, they score 5 points in overtime, and Oklahoma City scores 20. So as much as I praised the defense in tonight's game, they did give up 20 points in overtime. So the defense kind of collapsed down the stretch too. It wasn't just the offensive woes. The defense did collapse down the stretch as well. But again, when you're turning the ball over that much, your defense is screwed. Adelman has talked about this. It's really hard to play defense in the NBA when you turn the ball over. When you can't get set up and you're having to play transition defense, these guys in the NBA are just way too good to stop in transition. They just are, especially against this team. You just can't do that. And I thought that the Nuggets did a good job of not turning the ball over in the first half. But again, sloppy play in the second half, especially down the stretch. I mean, the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and overtime, they missed so many wide open threes. And they turned the ball. Like, these weren't just these weren't turnovers where Thunder players were just making great plays. These were bad turnovers. Unforced errors. So that's what's frustrating me right now with this team. It's not the Thunder didn't force these turnovers. Like I said, these were unforced errors, sloppy turnovers, missed shots from the corner. And it can't be all Jokić and Murray. Who's going to be the third guy on this team with Aaron Gordon out? Who's going to be the third guy? Normally that's Aaron Gordon. In the past, it was Michael Porter Jr. at times. Well, theoretically, it should be Cam Johnson. Right. Theoretically. Okay. Tonight it was, I guess you could say it was Christian Braun. Christian actually did have a pretty good game. 23 points on 8 of 18 shooting. He did take 10 threes. I mean, he made 3 of them, but that's a lot of three-point attempts for Christian Braun. I don't want to see him taking 10 three-pointers in a game. He took 10, Jokić took 10, and Jamal took 13. Now, Jamal hit 7 of them, but Joker was just 2 of 10. You know, that's another thing we should be talking about. Nikola Jokić, I think, has taken too many threes. Now, the Boston game was a little bit of a different story because the Celtics were just giving him that shot. And we all know the offensive philosophy with Malone as the head coach and now with David Adelman is the same philosophy, which I actually do buy into this philosophy. Their philosophy is if you're open, shoot the ball. Okay, if your shot is there, take the shot. So if you're open for a three-point shot, even if you're Nikola Jokić, take the 3. But boy, Joker has been struggling from the three-point line since he's come back from his injury. Just 2 for 10 tonight. Okay, I guess I'm all right with Joker taking 8 to 10 threes in a game. It's probably not ideal for me. But there should be no world where Christian Braun is taking 10 three-pointers in a game. I don't get that one. He's too good of a transition player, too good of a cutter to the rim. That's his bread and butter. That's when Christian Braun is at his best, when he's cutting to the basket, he's playing off of Nikola Jokić, slicing and dicing, running around the floor, getting to the rim. So the fact that Christian took 10 threes tonight, that's way too many. It's too many. Jamal's allowed to do that. Joker, okay, he's allowed to do it. Do I like seeing it? Not necessarily. I guess it depends on the game. I mean, if he's wide open, I'm not going to fault him for taking the shots. But Cam Johnson, I mean, 1 of 4. Cam should be taking more threes. He's a better three-point shooter than Christian Braun. He should be the one taking those corner threes. And Cam was not good tonight. No doubt about it. 7 points in 40 minutes. He only took 7 shots. Nikola Jokić took 25 shots. Jamal took 26. And Christian took 18. The other 2 starters, Cam Johnson and Julian Straw, they're combined for 10. 10 shot attempts. So that's another person I'm going to put the blame on for this loss tonight is Cam Johnson. He's got to be better. You cannot have one of your starters who should be theoretically your third option scoring 7 points in a game that was essentially 5 quarters. I know overtime's only 5 minutes, but you get what I'm saying. And they played 4.5 quarters of basketball, and Cam Johnson takes 7 shots, scores 7 points. 7 shots, 7 points. 4 3-pointer attempts. Cam was a minus 23 tonight. That was the worst plus minus on the team. Nikola Jokić was a plus 17 in 44 minutes. And Cam was a minus 23. Woof. Now, he got some run with the second unit. That's where a lot of that happened, obviously, because the second unit got their asses kicked tonight. So much so that Adelman had to bring back Jokić and Murray in the fourth quarter with like 9 minutes to go, when normally they try to wait till around the 6-minute mark. I'm making it seem like I'm super concerned about the second unit. Overall this season, I think they've been fine, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not super worried about that. I think the depth is still there. The second unit just had a bad night. I mean, they had a really bad night. But overall this season, I think they've been actually okay. So, tough loss. I want you to sound off. Would love to get your comments. As soon as Adelman pops up, I would like to hear from him. Hear why, maybe be asked why this team is struggling so much in clutch time. All right, before we get to your comments here, I do want to share one more piece of video with you. This is where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got fouled by Nikola Jokić in the first quarter early on in this game and threw the ball at Nikola Jokić and ended up getting a technical. Now, this is a soft-ass reaction from SGA. Now, I'm not surprised, but like Joker didn't even foul him that hard, like at all. And he is just losing his mind. All right, here we go. Easy. Look at that. Barely gives him an elbow. Look at how incensed he is. Then he throws the ball at Joker. So Joker did get called for the foul, but SGA did get a technical. Look at his eyes. Look at how incensed he is. What the hell kind of a reaction is that? What is he so upset about? I don't understand. I mean, this is insane. The only thing I can think of is this is SGA's way of getting the refs on his side, I guess, early on in the game, or trying to work the officials early on in the game, I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Look at his eyes. Look at that. He's incensed. Look at Joker. He's just like, what did I do? I mean, this is ridiculous. Look, I have a ton of respect for the Oklahoma City Thunder as a basketball team. They're the reigning champions. They are one of the best teams in the NBA again this season. But boy, does this team flop a lot and complain a lot. My God. And then you have the dirty ass play by Lou Dort. One of Jamal Murray's like very good friends, I guess, by the way. So I want to play this incident between Nikola Jokić and Lou Dort one more time for everybody. I have a couple of different angles of this. And when I was watching it on altitude, you couldn't see the play that instigated Joker to get so pissed off. They cut away and then to one of the Oklahoma City Thunder players down the court, and then the ruckus started. So I couldn't tell at first. I was watching it on altitude, by the way, not ESPN. So I don't know if they showed it live on ESPN. If they did, I apologize. But from my viewing experience, I didn't see what Lou Dort did to Nikola Jokić to start. All I saw was Joker getting up and getting in the face of Lou Dort. So here is what I saw on the first play. Okay. So they cut away there, and then they go back, and Joker's on the floor. I didn't see what happened, but look at how pissed off Nikola Jokić is getting. Oh, my goodness. Boy, look at Joker's face. He is pissed. Rightfully so, by the way, when you see the other angle of what happened between him and Lou Dort. Dort got ejected, rightfully so, by the way. Lou Dort, again, this is what pisses me off about the Thunder. What are you complaining about? This was your fault. You started this. Okay, so let's go to the other angle. Let's go to the other angle. I'll show you exactly why this happened. Because Lou Dort made a cheap, dirty-ass play. Period. And this kind of crap, it cannot be in the NBA. This is not basketball. All right, here we go. I'm getting pissed off again. So here's the other angle where you can actually see what Lou Dort did. Look at this. I mean, what are you doing, man? Freaking ridiculous. It's a dirty, dirty move. Joker has a right to be pissed off. That cannot be in the game. And you got Williams coming over trying to get in Joker's face. Get the hell off of him, dude. What are you doing? Look at this. He's intentionally. That's ridiculous. And then look at Lou Dort. He's jumping up and down like, what did I do? Unbelievable. So, yeah, I know I'm getting pissed off here, but that's ridiculous. You cannot have that happening in games like this. Just unacceptable. Period. So, sound off, Nuggets fans. I'm waiting for Adelman to pop up. Wait a couple more minutes here, but I would like to get your comments on this game here tonight. It was a great game. I mean, overall, it really was some exciting basketball. And Denver's clutch time minutes they were atrocious. Again, they had, I think, 4 really bad turnovers, 0 of 6 from 3 to start overtime. I know Jamal hit a flurry of threes at the end, but these were wide open threes that they missed. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. SGA is a loser. That's great. People are talking about Joker's wrist. Yeah, he's been playing with that wrist injury for a long time. Not just Joker's been dealing with these wrist issues, both wrists, by the way, for years now. Years. And there has been, I've seen some discussion online of like, why isn't Joker trying to take care of get wrist surgery in the offseason? I don't really know. I'd have to ask a doctor about that. I actually would be really curious. But yeah, that's something that kind of goes under the radar with Nikola Jokić. Boy, his wrist injuries have been hampering him for several seasons now. And you're right. It's not just been this year. This has gone back a couple of seasons now that Joker has had wrist injuries that he has had to manage throughout the course of the regular season and into the playoffs. So we'll see. In reality, Jokić is the 5-time MVP. Well, he definitely should have won it over Embiid. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The SGA one is at least a little bit more explainable. Like, I can at least understand that one more. Nikola Jokić absolutely should have won the MVP over Joel Embiid, though. No doubt about it. There we go. So when he shoots 7 for 10, the wrist is not an issue anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I think Joker is just so damn good that I think he's dealing with it and he's still able to perform because he's the best basketball player on the planet. But he's dealing with wrist injuries. I mean, I've seen him in the locker rooms. You can see it on television, on the bench. He's got it wrapped up half the time. So, yeah. Oh, boy, here we go. Cam is a waste of trading MPJ. Again, I've talked about this a million times, so I will repeat it because I think it's important to really understand this. Yes, on paper, MPJ was traded for Cam Johnson straight up. I get it. But you can't look at that trade that way. You have to look at it as the Nuggets were able to open up cap space with the trade of MPJ for Cam Johnson to sign Jonas Valanciunas, Tim Hardaway, and Bruce Brown. So in reality, you traded MPJ for Cam Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas, Tim Hardaway, and Bruce Brown. Maybe you get Bruce Brown. Let's take him out because he signed for the vet minimum, I believe. So they probably could have gotten him if they didn't trade Michael. Fair. So you traded Cam Johnson, or you traded for Cam Johnson, trading away Michael Porter to get Cam, Jonas Valanciunas, and Tim Hardaway. That's how you have to look at that trade. Now, we can have a debate on whether you would rather have Michael Porter Jr. or those three players. I mean, I think that's fair to discuss. Personally, I would not. And the reason I wouldn't is because the Nuggets lost in the playoffs the last 2 years because they didn't have enough depth. And Malone was forced to run these guys into the ground because they didn't have enough depth. So I still believe it's the right move. Now, Cam's got to play better. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I don't want to look at Cam's performance tonight and just say this is kind of who he's been all season. He's had stretches where he's been really good. He's also dealt with injuries this year. But he's also had several games like he did tonight. So the consistency isn't there. By the way, if you remember, Michael Porter Jr. was not all that consistent. Okay? Let's not forget that either. Like, Michael's having a great year in Brooklyn. I love MPJ. He's a great Nugget. But let's not pretend like Michael Porter Jr. just would have automatically solved these issues that the Nuggets are having this year. I don't think he would have. There's something deeper going on here. OKC and the Spurs are likely too good. If they get Aaron Gordon back healthy and Peyton Watson back healthy, I think the Nuggets are just as good as both of those teams. I really do believe that. Now, those are big ifs. I'll grant you that. No doubt about that. Those are big ifs. But I've said all along, if this team is healthy come playoff time, as healthy as they possibly can be, then I think they have as good a chance as anybody in the Western Conference. I really do believe that. So we'll see. All right, Adelman is up at the podium. Let me just rewind this here a little bit so we can get him at the beginning. And we'll hear from the head coach of the Denver Nuggets. This is going to be interesting because I really hope somebody asks him more about the clutch minutes and just their inability to close out games. I don't know what that is. And let's hear from the Nuggets head coach. Here is David Adelman.
Good. Both teams obviously know each other well from the 7-game series, playing each other 4 times a year. So it was, I didn't think we met theirs in Denver. I thought we did tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the game off. You give their role players credit; those guys made huge shots at the end of the fourth. The desired effect was to get the ball out of Shea's hands, and other guys stepped up. They're a great team. They have a lot of depth, and give those veteran players a lot of credit, especially Caruso, the 2 threes that he made.
Lou and Joker, and then the ensuing stuff there in the fourth.
Yeah, I did. I need to rewatch what happened with Dort. They said that the play looked malicious. I didn't see it. Obviously, that's how the officials saw it, and obviously Nicole, he reacted to it. It was an emotional game. So it's like I said that we played against each other a lot. Unfortunately for us, we create 20 corner threes, and we just went cold in the second half. And you couple that with the 7 turnovers in the fourth quarter and overtime combined, including 2 in transition when we had control of the game. And I think it's just one of those things where we can't start the second quarter and the fourth quarter the way we did. The start of the fourth quarter, I think it was 11-2 or 12-2, and the second quarter is 11-2. And so I'm putting guys back in way too early. And I think I wore our guys out trying to get control back of the game. So we just had to have a better performance from the guys coming in. Had to be ready to go. Give their bench credit. They blitzed us in both quarters.
Other players have said in the past they want to emulate OKC's physicality defensively and even towing the line of fouls. Did you feel like Nicola's reaction to that was sort of a pent-up frustration response to something more general than the one play or isolated?
I'll say this. I think his frustration is sometimes because the game's officiated differently out on the floor than it is near the basket. I think he was reacting to what was being done to him. and his reaction's not going to be to cower away. He's competitive. So when we play them again, whatever it is in like 10 days, I'm sure it'll be the exact same way. But we're not going to play the way we did in Denver. Like I said, we're going to be physical with these guys. And you have to play that way, especially on the perimeter in today's game. So, I know why he's frustrated. I can feel his frustration with all the contact out there. He shot 5 free throws. It's just part of the game. The closer you get to the basket, it seems like for a bigger guy, it seems like it's called a little bit different. But he has to react to that the right way, concentrate and finish through contact. And obviously with Dort's play, I think that took it to a different level for him. He felt like it was malicious also.
During the stretch where you guys are 4-7, obviously 6 of those losses are where you weren't able to close games. Is
There we
there
go.
a common theme there? Is there something you look at as an issue that you can solve?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the 2-man game we run, I thought Nikola got great looks from 3. They have not fallen at the end of games. So we went inside, and obviously they brought a secondary defender to him with Chet. And that's the gamble you're playing with. If you put him on the block, you're basically saying he's not going to shoot the ball because the second defender is coming. So you want Jamal and him to have chances to make plays in space. And obviously we went too early at the end of regulation. Jamal was out of sorts. He apologized for that after, but the shot we got is because they bring a third defender, those 2 guys. So as Nikola semi-roll, the third man was there, and now Cam is naked in the corner. I think that's the key to us late game right now is we're going to have to understand that other guys are going to have to make the shot. They're not allowing those 2 guys to operate in space, and I wouldn't either. So it's been a struggle in that sense. I think the guys will get used to it more and more that that's what it's going to be. I look back to even Dallas this year when Peyton had a wide open shot in the corner. I'm going to live with those shots with our guys. I trust them. We went to side pick and roll a little bit more tonight, trying to operate with more space on the side. The rotation's longer for a third defender. We have to keep working at it, though. We keep working our way to the end of these games, and we're not finding ways to finish them. So that's on me. I have to keep looking at it, talk to our 2 main guys. What are they comfortable with? And, we'll get there eventually.
Okay, so there's it. There it is. That's the question I was hoping would be asked. I don't know who asked it, but good job. Okay, so there you go. The 2-man game, and I'm glad Adelman said that. That was the Nuggets' bread and butter down the stretch in games. It has been for years now. The 2-man game it's still effective, but it has become less effective especially with Aaron Gordon out. But I'll throw Peyton Watson even in there too. You just heard Adelman say this, and it's what I brought up earlier. And Scott Hastings on our show has talked about this as well. You've got to have a third option be able to consistently knock down open shots when they're blitzing the 2-man game, when they're throwing double teams at Joker, when they're stifling Murray, coming off screens. You've got to have that guy who there's going to be somebody open, especially when they're blitzing these pick and rolls that Joker and Murray like to run in the high post. They haven't had a guy this year that has been able to consistently knock down those open shots. And in the past, a lot of times that was Aaron Gordon, it was KCP, a handful of other guys. That's one of their problems in clutch time situations right now. And it's something they have to be able to get resolved. So, yeah, it's just tough. It's tough to see this team continue to blow leads and underperform in late game situations. But unfortunately, it's not just a couple of games. This has been a trend all year for the Denver Nuggets. So 127-121 is the final there in Oklahoma City. The Nuggets fall in overtime. They get outscored in that overtime 20-14. Nikola Jokić goes for a triple-double. He was plus 17 in tonight's game. Cam Johnson, not good enough. 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, minus 23 for Cam. He's got to be one of those guys that in these clutch time moments can knock down big shots. And the Nuggets, we saw it. I've been talking about it. How many wide open threes did they have late in the fourth quarter and even in overtime that they were unable to convert? That is one of the problems why Nuggets struggle to close these games out. And they've got to get it figured out fast because the regular season is going to be ending sooner than we think. and they cannot perform like this in clutch time situations in the playoffs and expect to win a 7-game playoff series. That's just not going to happen. So we'll see if they can get it done. All right. That's going to do it for the post-game show tonight, everybody. Appreciate you listening. We'll be back to react to Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards is playing really well. So that's a national TV game that'll be on ABC. 1:30 tip locally here in the Mile High City. So a little afternoon delight coming up on Sunday. And we will catch you then to react to Nuggets and Thunder. Thanks for listening to In the Paint.